A colossus. A machine. A wall. There are many words that can be used to describe Virgil van Dijk. His character, his determination, and his work ethic have made him a nightmare for strikers. But before becoming a great defender and reaching the top of the game, the Liverpool player had to overcome many obstacles. Virgil van Dijk's journey proves one thing: you should always believe in yourself and never give up. Virgil van Dijk grew up in Breda with his Dutch father and his Surinamese mother. As a boy, he quickly discovered football and fell in love with the sport. His passion ran so deep that he played in the street with other kids. Just playing football made little Virgil happy. But his life was turned upside down for the first time when he was 12. Ron, his father, left the family unit. The head of the family abandoned his wife and 3 kids. A huge betrayal. That left a wound and then a scar that the youngster would have to live with for the rest of his life. Because of this event, his father's name doesn't appear on his jersey, a tough choice that his maternal uncle defended. The truth is, his dad was not around for so many important years, and it is his mother who is the real hero of this story. Virgil will never forget this time in his life, but this challenge helped him to become the man that he is today. Witnessing his mother's daily struggle, the teenager realized that you have to fight and never give up to achieve your goals. It was with this mentality and determination that he joined Willem II's training academy in 2009. But once again, nothing was easy. Before signing my first contract at about 16, I was working washing pots at a restaurant in Breda. I was training Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, playing Saturdays, and working Wednesdays and Sundays from 6 until midnight. A part-time job that helped him be more responsible and independent. I wanted money to go out on Saturday night. I was earning around $400 a month and I was happy with that. I could go to McDonald's and pay for my friends. I started to realize how important money could be. Despite this, the young defender wasn't to everyone's liking. Too slow, too little. The academy's directors saw no future for him and wanted to get rid of him. His behavior didn't help his cause and earned him the nickname Little Rat. The following season, he grew nearly 8 inches. A significant growth spurt that helped him become a good central defender. But it also caused him problems. The young man had an unstable knee. He easily got injured and struggled to run normally. So he redoubled his efforts, ensuring his body wouldn't let him down. That's when he discovered that the gym could be a real ally to help him succeed. On the pitch, he delivered a series of great performances, but didn't manage to make it to the professional team. It was at Groningen that a young Virgil van Dijk showed what he was made of. He made his debut with the pros in 2011 and seemed to be very promising. But a terrible event threw his plans into disarray. In April 2012, Virgil started suffering from severe stomach pain. Virgil was ill, but we didn't know the extent. At first, we thought he had the flu. He was at home for a few days and in a lot of pain. He went to the local hospital, but they couldn't find anything, so they sent him back home again. It was the player's mother who discovered how serious the situation was. The pain got worse, and when his mom traveled to see him, she realized how bad the situation was. She took him to another hospital, which turned out to be crucial. This time, the doctors knew what was going on. Virgil had a burst appendix. Already at serious risk, his situation was made worse with peritonitis and a kidney infection. He had to undergo an emergency operation because his hours were numbered. At 20 years old, the kid from Breda was on death's door. An experience which left both psychological and physical scars. I was in the hospital for 13 nights and it was really hard. It was crazy. I could not do anything at all for at least 10 days. I couldn't walk. The first time I could get out of bed, I went 10 meters and was out of breath and tired like an old man. Virgil lost nearly 33 pounds and was unrecognizable. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. He got back to training only a month after the surgery. This required a huge amount of work, but the young man was determined. He needed nearly 4 months to fully recover from the operations. The kid never stopped working and spent hundreds of hours rebuilding himself for the following season. And when he came back stronger than ever, he shone. His performances allowed him to sign for Celtic FC a little under a year after his run-in with death. In Scotland, Virgil hit his stride and had 2 impressive seasons. His rise continued when he joined Premier League side Southampton. He built up his reputation as a solid and tenacious defender. But interest in him began to fade in the English league. Until everything changed on December 27, 2017. Virgil van Dijk signed for Liverpool and became the most expensive defender in football history. At the time, everyone wondered why the Reds had spent more than $100 million on him. Southampton could have named any price they wanted, and Liverpool were desperate. As we have witnessed many times this season, Liverpool are in dire need of a center half. He is good, but $100 million? No. He is a good central defender, but for $100 million? No way. Many observers made fun of Liverpool. Worse still, no one believed in Virgil van Dijk. The defender was back to square one, when his father had abandoned him and his coaches didn't see his potential. He had everything to prove again. Except by now, the player had developed a thick skin. The criticism never got to Virgil. Quite the opposite. The Dutch giant knew his strengths. As for Jurgen Klopp, he knew he'd made the right choice. And in his first match, Virgil scored the winning goal against Everton. This was just the beginning of an incredible adventure. He completely transformed the Reds' defense. With him in their squad, the Merseyside team rediscovered their form of old. The Champions League, the Club World Cup, the UEFA Super Cup, and the Premier League. The trophies piled up. Forget Dalglish, Rush, Gerrard. Now Liverpool's main man was going by the name Van Dijk. The Dutchman established himself as a warrior, blessed with talent and determination. Since arriving, he won every argument, even becoming the best player in England. A rise that continued every day until October 17th, 2020. In mid-flight, the seemingly indestructible rock was broken once again. During the Merseyside Derby against Everton, where his journey with the Reds started, Jordan Pickford barged into him, seriously injuring the player. It was as if all the good times had come to an end. The outcome? A torn ACL in his right knee. His absence was a major blow for Liverpool. But there's no chance the team will abandon this valiant soldier, because the Reds' anthem is clear. You'll never walk alone.
You'll never walk alone.
Virgil has received thousands of messages of support and has had one aim since the incident: to return as quickly as possible. The giant from Breda is giving 200% in the gym. He's ultra motivated. We can't predict the future, but Virgil has already proved it in the past. He'll come back even stronger, and his opponents better be ready. Virgil van Dijk has looked for recognition his entire life. Hurt by those who didn't believe in him, he went out of his way to prove he was worth more than others thought. Abandoned by his father, he found what he needed from his mother. Then, with Reiki, his wife. Often criticized, he worked hard to silence the haters and lead Liverpool to the top. Virgil's life is an example of success and determination. The defender is proof that you should never give up and always fight to achieve what you want. The Dutchman has come a long way. If you're lacking in self-belief, take inspiration from his journey. And above all, take inspiration from his advice. The main thing is to try to put in your head, that we all start from the bottom.